She was arguing that she was going to give the child up at one point.
If
Well, your
y'all are
motion
not
is
gonna
denied
make
at this
him
point. You may
exercise
object.
his rights,
Your
then
motion
why
is
does he
denied at
have
this
them?
point. You may object. Mr. Wesson, did you connect?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. All righty. Okay, we are on the record in the matter of Lee versus Wesson, case number 18-05648DP. Ma'am, I've read your motion. It appears that you believe that his mother is exercising a majority of the parenting time. What's going on? How much time do you think? Because you don't seem to have, you're making really blank statements about what you believe. So what's going on?
It's not a what I believe. It's a what I know. This is an everyday thing. This has always been his mother exercising the rights. This has been the child just turned 7. It's always been me and the mother. Doctor's appointments, conferences.
Well,
anything.
What is your work schedule?
Right now, I'm not working.
Okay, Mr. Wesson, what's your work schedule?
I work Monday through Friday. I work starting at 5 a.m. to like 1 o'clock.
Okay, so are you available for doctor's appointments?
Sometimes I'm not. Just depends. I'm not available for all doctor's appointments. No, okay. I don't take him to school. I pick him up from school during my week.
You pick him up from school during your week?
I pick him up from school every day during my week, and I attend.
Miss Lee, what's your understanding of that?
My understanding of that is that I have another child that goes to the same school as the child that me and Dominic shares, and I'm at the school every day picking up my child, my daughter, and the grandparents are picking up our son. Now, for the first time in a very, very, very long time, I seen him yesterday picking up our son, and I was pretty shocked. But like I said, that was the first time in a very, very long time.
I guess my questions become this. You had a hearing with the judge in 2023 over this similar issue that you wanted to disallow the grandparents from watching the child during daycare, and then you couldn't find daycare. You lost your job because the grandparent wasn't watching it, because the grandparent was also watching the child during your time, correct? Is that still happening?
No.
Who's watching the child when you have the child?
When I have the child is at school or at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, because you're not working right now. How long have you not been
working?
I
just stopped working. It's just been a week.
Okay, so you're going to be going back to work. What is your normal work schedule?
My normal work schedule is from 12 to 8:30, 12 p.m. to 8:30 at night.
Okay, and who watches the child when you're at work?
So usually I'll get off. I'm work for Urban League. I'm a cure violence interrupter.
Okay, that wasn't the question. Who watches the child when you're at work?
He's at school and then the Boys and Girls Club until 7 p.m. and then I'm done.
Okay, so you have the Boys and Girls Club watching the child.
Yeah, from 3 to 7. 3:30 to 7.
And he has his parents watching the child when it's necessary during his time.
And
it's my understanding that he lives with his parents, correct?
I'm not sure.
That's correct.
Okay, I was going to say that's what the file says. You know, at this point in time, ma'am, you had a hearing in 2023 with the judge that granted the same relief. The front of the court issued a recommendation in March of this year doing the same thing, all involving the grandparents and who's watching the kid. You both have the kid being watched by third parties upon occasion. And he's living there, so he's got to be with the kid. I'm afraid your motion's denied at this time. This has been reviewed. This has been reviewed twice in the past year and a half.
And I'm going to keep filing motions until y'all do something about it. Y'all want me to share 50-50 custody. Y'all want me to share 50-50 custody with a person that is not exercising their 50-50 custody. It just does not make sense to me. Ask him, what did he do for the child's birthday? Because I know that I threw the child a party as I do every single year while he buys a toy and calls it a day.
You've had this reviewed by the court twice.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep on coming back to court, or I'm going to give my rights up, or I'm going to ask for lesser time.
And that's kind of the argument you gave during the trial with the judge, is that you were just about to give up your child.
Keep dealing with it. I'm not going to keep dealing with it. If
Well, your
y'all are not
motion's
gonna
denied
make
at this
him
point. You may
exercise his
object.
right,
Your
then
motion
why
is
does he
denied at
have
this
them?
point. You may object to my ruling. This is a
If you're
recommendation.
not gonna make him exercise his rights, why do he have them? That doesn't make sense to me.
According to the file, he is exercising them.
No, his
and you're
mother
both
is
using,
exercising
You
his
both are
rights.
using third parties for
You
daycare and other
asked during
choices.
work hours.
All right.
You asked
Have a
during
good
work
morning.
hours.
Good luck.
You haven't asked during nothing
Your
outside of
Honor.
work hours.
Your Honor.
You haven't asked about nothing outside of work hours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I figured you'd get that
Yeah.
quick enough because I'm like, I'm sorry, but you've had this reviewed. You went through a trial with the judge. And I mean, it was barely a year ago. And then the front of the court made a similar recommendation a few months ago. And she was arguing that she was going to give the child up at one point because she couldn't find daycare because she needed his parents to watch. I'm like, okay, no. All right, next.
All right, we can do Mangione versus Chiatone or Chiatoni. I don't know.
Sure. Okay, bring them in.